Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And we're off from Acrisure. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Completed to his running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hand off to the back. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Baker now off the play fake. Chased out to his right. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Baker. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, they'll run. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. And he will take this in, touchdown! The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Another carry for him. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He'll get them enough for a first down.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Oh, look at this, Brock. They're splitting the tackles out wide here. I love a bit of creativity to begin this drive. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 1. We've got a screen to the running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle room. You call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Our score, 14-0. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at second and pretty short. That's going to be caught by Washington. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what. These tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field.
And they take this in for the score. The Steelers make it a one-score game in the first half. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. Finds a man right side. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Carlson to tack on the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Man in motion here. Complete out to the right side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's their rookie from Notre Dame. And the Raiders have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on first. Room to the right. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Here's a quick pass to the right side, cut. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
zone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Got Washington. It's complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here on first down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Flush down out to his left. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They left him wide open. It's complete. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers. Behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. Setting up a throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Raider football. New set of downs for him at the 38. Give now to the running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Mayfield now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now they have 3rd and short. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The give here on 2nd. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Here we go. It's Mayfield. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They kick the running back in motion. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders are going to take over after the interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact if you couldn't do it.
Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, here's Baker. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it now out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, right, here we go. Second down. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Tight end going in motion here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. On the move, headed right. They connect on the deep shot. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Motioning left is their running back. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. It is Kupp, left side. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Baker throwing again. All in left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing the out route complete. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Handoff now from the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Give them a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Blown back, it's the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And you're going for this. Buys time, rolling right. They find 21 yards and get the 1st down. What a baby, what a call to go for it on 4.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hauled in by Gray. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quick pass right side, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27. Camarda on to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb? In quarterbacks, when we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, well, they can make you pay just as he did.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. The give now out of the shotgun. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right up the gut. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. First down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice run across the 15. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Hand off to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They're running again. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try him left side. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Cut out left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right side, quick pass, complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, you have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. another carry for him. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got to keep moving quick here. First down, and they go right back to him. He's got room to roam here. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Now a give left side. Past midfield to the 45. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That's all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. It became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders continue adding on to that lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Raiders make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners, as we say so long from Pittsburgh.